Hi, you guys, it's Golden Chastity, and I am back again with another message. Okay, felt led by the Holy Spirit for me to come back on here and speak about this subject. Now, this subject is really important to me. As you guys can see by the title, it says, You still can grow in your disability. Yes, you still can grow in your disability. I've been seeing so many signs today, grow, when I'm at the grocery store. Like, I just see like grow, okay? So I'm picking up on that as like, it's a sign, grow. I am growing in my disability. You can grow in your disability. And this is what I'm going to speak about the subject today. So really, guys, I want you to listen, okay? It is so possible you can grow in your disability. Yes. You know how Jesus say, you can do all things through Christ? It's true. You can do all things through Christ. That's how I grow in my disability, through Christ, okay? I didn't get like this overnight. I didn't have no knowledge, no wisdom. I didn't know anything. I was a blank sheet, okay? A blank sheet on the paper. Didn't know nothing. This took me years. It took me 4 years to grow in myself. It took me 4 years of who I am today, knowing a lot of information, knowing knowledge and wisdom. And I want to explain to you guys my life, okay, my journey, my testimony on how I, growing and expanding in my disability. So I want to fast forward back in 2021 when I first started my journey with God, okay? And this when I didn't know anything. I didn't know no knowledge. I didn't know no information. I just had my disability, okay? Just me and my disability. And I wasn't this powerful knowing God like I know him now, okay? So when I left the house at 21 years old, and that's when I was starting my wilderness season, okay? I was very tired. I didn't know no information. I was a blank sheet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know anything, okay? I was homeless. I had my disability. I was out of alignment in myself, okay? And that's really, really hard. That was really, really hard to look at back then. People really thought I was crazy because I left the house, because they all know who I am. They all know I have a disability, and they all was in scarcity and hitting me up on emails and, this and that, and telling me I should go back, I should go back to, basically where I come from, my parent house. And these people don't understand why I had to leave the house, okay? I wasn't growing. I was not growing with the environment I was living at. I was feeling stuck. I was feeling blocked from everything, okay? God would literally take you out the house, and people would think you looking crazy, and you're not. All you doing is just, following God, having faith, and just doing what God is telling you to do. This whole time people will just think of me that I was crazy, thinking I just want to be a prostitute, thinking that I'm just doing all this bad stuff. They looked at me like that, guys. People viewed me in this way at first that was so wrong, thinking I'm a prostitute and I have a disability and I don't know what I'm doing. And you see, you can't hear this from people. You're gonna have to block it out, okay? You can't listen and listen to gossip and listen. You're gonna have to block it all out. And God, that's what he did. He blocked it all out. I was alone. I was in Airbnbs, okay? They're like hotels, but it's just like an Airbnb, like a house, And he was affording those rooms for me to stay in And it was pretty hard because, you know, I had to figure out what next room I'm gonna stay at. So it wasn't really easy. I wasn't comfortable. Even if I did have shelter, like a Airbnb, it wasn't comfortable because the next day, a couple of days, I needed to figure out where I'm going to my next location. So it was a lot of moving from house to house I was doing, okay? The reason why I was moving house to house like that is because God wants me to see that it's a struggle out here, okay? And this is when I was building my knowledge and wisdom from, is when God took me through a rough homeless journey, okay? And I was in those Airbnbs and I was going to house to house. That's not easy. Even if it's still shelter, you could spend a night, 1 night, 2 night, 3 night. You still got to figure out what's your next Airbnb, what's your next location you're going to go to, okay? And I've been doing that. I've been moving around from house to house about 2 or 3 years, okay? And all those times when I was moving to house, staying in Airbnbs, I was healing alone. Nobody was with me. No friends, no family, no people who, just strangers, okay? People who I just don't know. And I was just there alone. And I had to look at myself. And that was the hardest part. Me alone in an Airbnb, looking at myself and crying it out and healing it out, okay? I had to heal a lot. What I was programmed to, what I was taught was the wrong way, and it's hard, okay? So that's what I was doing alone. I was healing, and by me healing is me like looking at myself, looking at my trauma, you know, looking at my problems, okay? People did stuff to me so much. When people do stuff to you so much, it starts to become a thing, like you have trauma now, okay? So that was happening to me. A lot of people did so much stuff to me because I allowed them to, okay? And I got trauma in myself, and I had to look at myself and heal out my problems. I got to look at that stuff. I had to look at, God tore me all the way down. I had to look at myself. The way I was programmed, it wasn't right. It was toxic. It was mean. It was envy. Okay. I had all those spirits on me, all those Jezebel spirits on me, sexual energy in me. I had anger. I had emotional problems. What else did I have? I had a lot, okay? I had it all, okay? I had it all. He showed me when I wasn't perfect, I was in the streets, okay? And that's when I started seeing I wasn't perfect. I was in the streets. I just was wearing the same clothes. I barely could afford food that time. I wasn't nothing. And it was so hard for me to get delivered from all of those problems, okay, and those spirits on you, okay? Because I call them spirits because it's really demons. That's what it is. It's demons that's inside of you, and you battling your demons, okay, to get them off of you, the problems that you have. The devil likes to come in and make you just go beastie because you have problems, and this is where I needed to get delivered from. And God has delivered me from it, you know, and it was really hard to look at, and it wasn't easy, okay? So that's what I was doing on my journey, looking at myself a lot and, you know, just crying it out and realizing just who I was back then, that, you know, I wasn't nothing. You know, I had to go through my pruning season. You know, I call it a pruning season. I want to explain to you guys what pruning season is when God like prune you down, like tear basically tear you down just to, build you back up, okay? So that's what God had did to me. Like, he took me on this homeless journey. He tore me down, okay? I had to get torn down. I had to get reprogrammed. And he tore me down just to build me back up, all right? And as you guys can see me now, I'm fine, all right? So I learned a lot, okay? I learned a lot being homeless. Homeless taught me a lot. It made me get wisdom and knowledge, how to move in the streets, how to hustle and bustle, so when you that low, when you're on a struggle like that, I can go to book a Airbnb and, just stay prayed up, okay? God teaches me how to survive out in the streets when you don't have nowhere to go. He teaches me how to survive and rely on him, okay? Rely on God, which is asking God for provision. I'm telling God, I rely on you, Lord, for provision. I rely on you on everything. I rely on you with my life, all of it, okay? And so that's what I started doing. I've been surrendering. I've been turning my life to Christ. Surrendering is me just giving my life to Christ. That's what I'm saying about surrendering. And since I did that, I've been learning just a lot along the way, okay? Back in 2021 and 2022 and 2023, 2024, it's been some years, and I grew a lot, and I had, I did had an ego at first. I had a huge ego, thinking that I was right and nobody told me what to do. I know everything, and I really did not know everything, okay? I was a blank piece of paper, so when somebody used to like teach me something, I always just go against it, me thinking that I know it all. But that was me. I was all in my ego, okay? I came from a messed up, environment, and, I just had to really, woman up and put my ego down and listen to people, okay? Listen. I have to listen a lot. My sister, she is amazing. She has been helping me. My sister Brandy, shout out to her. She has been helping me a lot throughout my spiritual journey, teaching me a lot, okay, discipling me. I'm thankful for that. She was the one who discipled me, and now I got all the knowledge and wisdom and the tools what to do now and how to disciple another person, okay? But I have to get learned first, I had to get learned first. I had to take my ego down and listen and be quiet and learn, all right? And when I say about discipling means you doing God's work and helping, another person, okay, with their problems. That's what it means when a person is highly connected to God and getting the tools from God and helping another person with a problem. So that's what it means when you disciple another person. That's what I did. That's when I started becoming knowledgeable and having wisdom in me by me closing my mouth and not speaking when somebody is trying to teach me something. I have to keep my ego down. And I know a lot of us likes to have a little ego in us, okay? We all in this world have a little ego in us, and we need to break that ego, okay? Break that ego, break it down, and come to reality, knowing that you just need help. You need to learn information. You need to know what to do. You need tools. You need guidance, And that's what made me able to grow this far in myself, is because I put my ego down and I listen and I learn and I keep my mouth closed and I've been through stuff, I've been through a lot and learning a lot. God is showing me in my face, how people are, okay? I learned how people are by watching people and, learning from them, okay, what they did to me. So that's how you are able to grow in your disability, is going through Christ, okay? Putting your life in God's hands, like giving up on everything, giving up like on the Matrix. That's what I'm talking about. Giving up everything, like in the Matrix. The Matrix is what we're living in this world, and, you know, just having jobs and don't know who you are, and just a lost soul, okay? So that's what it means, like being a Matrix person. You don't know who you are, you're just a lost soul, and you work at a 9 to 5, and you just here, you know? But going to Christ, if you really want to learn and grow in yourself, especially in your disability, you start praying. You start your relationship praying through Jesus Christ first. Jesus Christ or God, okay? That's how you build your relationship with God, is praying, talking to him every day. And I know it sounds awkward in the beginning when you first start a relationship with God, because it happened to me when I first started my relationship with God. It was so awkward. I felt like I was talking to myself, but trust me, the more you keep praying and talking about God, talking to God and talking about your problems with God, the more you're going to connect with him, and you're going to start seeing signs, and you're going to start seeing everything. Okay. So that's what God took me through a journey. You know, I started from praying to him, and he took me through New Age, and then he took me to the actual, you know, real Christian way. Okay. He took me through the real Christian way, and that's what I did. You're always going to go through New Age first. You're always going to see birds and feathers and numbers, repeating numbers. You first start seeing signs and wonders at first outside, and, you know, seeing all the signs and stuff like that. You know, the signs will make you start seeing animals and everything. The signs will make you go crazy and stuff like that, you know, but that's just New Age. And, you know, you eventually, you know, build up and get there on the other side where God wants you at. He will get you out of New Age, is basically what I'm saying. Okay. It's just where you at in your healing area is in New Age. You know, it all starts out like that. Okay. The more you heal, the more you gonna go up in yourself with the Lord, and the more you're gonna get away from New Age. It depends where your healing space is, like I said. So I made to my healing space when I moved out of New Age. I made it far enough to when I moved out of New Age and crossed all the way to, you know, the real Christian, you know, way. Okay. So that's how I'm able to grow and evolve in my disability. Okay. I really hope this helped you. I know I attract a lot of people on this channel that has disabilities, because that's who I am. I have a disability, so I'm going to attract, you know, people who I am having a disability. And I hope I gave you a lot of, you know, just guidance and stuff like that, because I want to help you guys so much, and I want to let you know that it is possible that you can grow in your disability. I know people ain't never seen this before. When people see me, especially people from the past who've known me, okay, family, brothers, cousins, sisters, okay, they all remember who I used to be. And now when they see me now, they don't know who I am, okay? Because back then they just saw a girl with a disability. Now this is totally different, okay? This is 2025 now, and I am a totally, completely just different person. All right. I am a woman who did a lot of work in herself through Christ. Okay. And they don't know who I am, and they never seen it before, especially people, my own people with disabilities. You know, I mirror a lot of people who has disabilities. Okay. And they look at me and they don't know who I am. They never seen it before. They never seen a person have knowledge like that, and you know, could grow like that with having a disability, because we so programmed in the matrix that, in the matrix, what I mean in the world is that, oh, people with disabilities, they don't learn, they are unteachable, they can't be taught nothing because we just have our disabilities. And that is not true. I'm here to tell you that that is not true. That is a lie. That is a lie, okay? The devil want you to believe that you can grow in your disability. You always gonna stay stuck and codependent to your parents, okay? Or be on a check for the rest of your life. No, God said you are going to grow in yourself and want more for yourself. You know, he's going to make that happen. And that's what he's doing to me. Okay. That's why I choose to go the God way and not the devil way. Because the devil, all the devil will do is just keep you stuck and not growing. So I chose to go through Christ's way and learn. Okay. I even got shocked in myself. I'm like, okay, I can learn. I can learn. It is possible. You can learn still having a disability. So I just want to tell you, anybody that's out there that have a disability, it is possible. You still can get knowledge and wisdom having a disability, because I have the knowledge and wisdom and I have a disability. Okay. So that was today's message, you guys. I love you all so much in my heart, and take this word back to the Lord, and I hope this got you clarity to work on yourself and reprogram your mind from thinking that you can't grow having a disability. You can. People with disabilities are teachable to learn. Yes. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next message whenever the Holy Spirit allows me to upload a video. You can sow into my ministry if you feel led by the Lord is asking you to sow into my ministry. Please do. My Cash App, PayPal, everything will be in the description box. And I love you all so much, and have a good rest of the evening. Bye.